Hello, YouTube world. My name is Anthony Long. Welcome back to the Bluegrass Picker channel. Cora, there will be more than 4 this time. Okay, maybe right at 4. Led Zeppelin. Over the hills and far away. Ooh. Wow, it's been a while. Hey, what up, Dave? How you doing? Cheers to you. Find anything in the garage sales? I did not. I went to one place. I probably could have offered a guy. He had a really awesome Harley, like what you would really wear for like protecting yourself against road rash, and it had like really cool design on the back. Harley Davidson titanium something. I bet it's one of those things that probably cost $300 brand new, but he had 80 on it. He goes, well, I probably put that too high. But I just wanted to spend like 30 bucks. I kind of feel bad offering 30 on something that had 80 on it. I probably should have done it anyway, but he had a Coleman from 1983 for $22.50. I probably could have got it for 15, but it probably only goes for 50. It was green, so it wasn't the red one. Did you find anything? Let's share this to Facebook. Although Facebook never promotes YouTube. They don't want you to leave YouTube or Facebook. So very few people see it. I try to put it in my story too, so more of your friends will see it when it's pushed in the story. Probably should have my own. Probably should have a Facebook like business page that is just Bluegrass Picker. So I stop bugging people that don't like. I'm sure there's people that don't like it at all. Let's see. Share this on. Do. A bunch of snapbacks I'm going to list. I got Storage Auction Pirate. I got a 2004 Grateful Dead shirt. It's awesome. I went to that tour. It's 2004. I love it. I don't have any tie dyes, and I was like, for being such a cool one. It's got the yellow too. It's like the swirl pattern. I've never tried. I'm gonna share this to Instagram. Maybe I'll get to more people that way. 12, 13 by 15 padded mailers for $1. Sweet. Yeah, that's what it's like when I go to Goodwill anymore. It's almost just for like supplies for my business or my house. It's not really. It's funny. Yeah, I get most of my supplies. I buy some of those poly mailers on eBay because you can get some cheap ones. But they're kind of cheap because the ends don't really stick all the way. So there's like a flap. So it looks like it might not be very good whenever you send to someone. But otherwise, I go to Sam's to get those pretty cheap, especially compared to Walmart. Walmart's the worst place to go. That's cool. Yeah, I've noticed that you know, people buy it for what it says. Like I had a railroad hat that sold for uh, $24.95, and it was a Burlington Northern Santa Fe, and it said Minnesota Division. I don't know if it said anything else. I have another one, but it still had the tag on it. Wool hat, made in USA, never worn, from like probably the early '90s. Um, it was cool, and it was a guy from Minnesota that bought it. So I think it really helps too. Kids want to buy a hat and they want one that's close to where they live or fits them more. My Snap-on hats get a lot of watchers. I've had one bought. Yeah, I had another one bought the other day, and they said they opened up an item not received claim. And I went on there and looked. I'm like, it should. I'm like, I showed them the tracking. I said it says delivered, and I looked. It said 7 days ago, and they just claimed it like an hour or two before. I'm like, and they never said anything again. I'm like, and I've tried to call eBay. It used to be easy to call eBay. I just call them, wait, get someone, maybe wait 20 minutes. Now you have to let them call you back. I waited 12 hours. They called me when I couldn't answer. So then I tried to call back, couldn't get a hold of them. And I tried again, they never called. So I don't know. It doesn't show that it has the claim anymore, but I hate that when they like claim something when I know shows that it's delivered to you, and you picked it up, says picked up too. Uh, just part of the business, I guess. It's almost like people don't think that they don't we know that. They don't think that uh, maybe it'll protect somebody else that would have freaking got it too. Jump in if you want. I was just gonna play some guitar and figured I might as well come on and see if I could list a few things. See if I could list a few things. How you doing?
Another bang bang day.
Yeah, I saw that. I already watched your video. I forgot to comment. List a few things.
Hold on, time
How
out.
you doing?
Another bang bang day.
Yeah, I already watched your video.
Okay.
It's all right. I get
There you
it.
go. How's that? Think that's
Sounds
right.
great. Yeah, sounds great. Yeah, I saw that. You had some cool fun. You had a real good week.
Yeah. The 3M thing is some kind of projector. And I paid $5 for that. It had an iPhone 4 that works and that 3M thing in there. So I did that Google thing,
Yeah.
and it said it was they go for like $219. It has all the cords and everything. I'm saying, what, this guy must have stolen or something. He's got a big case. It's cool. Then I looked up the other thing's called a 1915 fabric measuring device, and those, when they're in good shape, they'll go up for $100 and stuff. So I'll sell that for parts. Minatoya micrometer, I knew what that was. They go from 30 to 100, so they're all over the place. But that's a $5 purchase. The Pyrex, 4 of those. One,
Yeah.
I've seen them go for anywhere from like 100 on up to 175 for those 4.
That complete set.
The butterfly pattern.
Was that like a Facebook Marketplace deal?
That was at a thrift store in a bad part of Wilmington. So I ran in, ran out, ducked, jumped in the car, and took off. I'm happy. I thought it was okay today, and so I started comping some of this crap. And Little Teeny's toy sewing machine works.
What about the iPhone 4? Is that still worth some money?
I think they go from anywhere from $6 on up. So
okay.
I bought that was just part of that whole kit that came with it. What else did I get? Oh, a couple of those old Stanley planes. That's at least $20.
Yeah.
That's just, I just kept paying $1 for each one of these things up to $5, and paid $25 for the Pyrex bowls. But I comped them. Yeah.
Did Harry Jr. get some good Pokemon?
He's happy. I don't know. I guess he's got like $30 worth of Pokemon. He spent $4, so he found them. So got him excited.
I know that you just got the bug in him now.
Yeah, if he wants, he said, I'll go when I don't have to have homework. So we'll see if he goes again.
Yeah.
But I'm
good.
I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say I've gotten some good Pokemon deals because it was mom or grandma just like didn't know what it was, just like get it out of here. Mm-hmm. Had it for like $2, just this big pile. I didn't even know how good I was getting sometimes.
Yeah, it's crazy what those things go for. He sells them, and he's making mystery boxes. So he throws a bunch of them in there and puts a price on it. I think they bid on them. I don't think it's a buy it now. So,
so he does it on eBay?
Yeah.
Huh. Tell him to try selling on Mercari. There's not a lot of people selling Pokemon. You sell lots on Mercari, and you can do that. Because I've bought off there before. I've got some good deals. Tell him to look up on Mercari. You can find some good deals for $10-$20.
I will tell him to buy them on Mercari and then resell them on eBay
or Mercari. You can just lot them up different because you can buy thousands at a time. That was one of I got some great deals.
Really? I'll tell him to look.
Even Yu-Gi-Oh, because you find that Yu-Gi-Oh actually get more per card. I don't know why they're worth more. TCG player. And you can get some really good deals on Yu-Gi-Oh because people don't buy them here, but if you put them up and you sell globally, you might get some deals on some big lots. It's worth it.
That's cool. What do you sell your hats on?
I've been selling on eBay. I had Grail downloaded, and I was going to start doing that. And I actually ran out of space on my phone, so I ended up deleting it because I only had like 1 or 2 up. So I've just been selling it on eBay.
Because Tank said Grail.
Yeah.
Because I want to get rid of these.
Yeah. I need to, because I don't cross post, and I need to do that with hats. Because kids, well, I mean, it's changing now that, with managed payments, they can pay in a lot of different ways, not just PayPal. So that makes it more easier for kids to buy too. So I'm wondering if that helps. Is why I've been selling more on eBay too.
Yeah, I said, see this one here. When I did hey Tracy, how you doing? This one, Tank said, well, that's the best one of the bunch, and I left a few of these thinking
That's funny.
That these are heavy duty, man. They're brand new. They got the tags, and he said, no, that those trucker hats. So
yeah,
Rosie's.
Was that a signature on that one? Is that Dale Earnhardt or is it Dale Jarrett's signature on the brim? On that, or is it just a fake signature?
That's Junior, Dale Junior.
Dale Junior's autograph?
No, that's 88. That's stitched on. So
okay,
it's 88. So there's
still it's got the tags.
Yeah, they got these are brand spanking new. I
put those. I put those up.
He had a fat dog that was trying to bite me. I said, move that dog. I ain't moving. Even when they're like that, they can still get you.
Oh, absolutely.
That sucker was like this big around, and I've never seen a fat lab. And this sucker was a golden lab that was it looked like a caterpillar coming out. Get that dog back.
That's funny. Yeah, you don't really see labs that are overweight very often because they're usually so hyper. They'll burn it off.
Yeah, he was a Vietnam vet guy. He was probably 70 years old or whatever, and he says he wants to move on. So but the stuff he has a lot of NASCAR and Coca-Cola, but it's all new, and he's got store prices on there. Nobody's going to buy it, and I'm not going to tell him anything. I mean, and finally on the way out, I said, "You got hats?" And he says, "Yeah, wait, I got a box." So he sold these for $2 and $1.
That's awesome. Well, when I see that, when it's like too high, I'll just say, "Well, what do you want for all of it?" And they usually give you a really awesome deal. At least you get a chance at buying, even if you're not going to do it. That's what I did with that NASCAR deal I got, and it's kind of like what you're talking about. He was retiring, and he was an ex-Marine. And he wanted to go see the rest of the United States, so he's buying a camper, selling the house, selling everything. So he wanted to sell his NASCAR stuff that was in his garage. And that's when I got the tire. It was Dale Earnhardt's tire off his car, and I got a Dale Earnhardt Jr. Autograph and all kinds of stuff for $200.
Yeah, his stuff was crap.
Yeah,
just bad.
But it was so big that I'm gonna have to sell at my booth. But it's nice to have a booth. I can just lay it up there, and the NASCAR stuff goes fast. Anything Dale Earnhardt, if you see Dale Earnhardt stuff out there, not Junior as much, it still sells because he usually has Budweiser around it somehow. But Dale Earnhardt Sr., gosh, that stuff. Like, that's why that BF Goodrich hat, he always had the BF Goodrich jacket on. And so he was like one of their biggest sponsors. So that's nothing. That BF Goodrich hat, I want to buy that thing. That is killer. I don't see hats that have that side American flag on the side. Is it 2 of them?
Not sure.
Yeah, that BF Goodrich one you have, I think it has 3 patches. One there.
You're talking about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got American flag and then the BF Goodrich there. He says this needs to be tanked. And I need to go on his show and he'll show me how to restore this.
Yeah. He's got a couple videos.
I'm going on the master's site. If he says jump, I'll jump. I want to see how he does it. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I want to buy that for like $40 because I know it'll probably go for 60.
What, this hat?
Yeah.
If that goes for 60, then this is what I've seen it's K brand. So I said, well, that's probably 70s or early 80s. I know they were making K brand in the 80s. I don't know if they still.
It's K brand, and it doesn't need to be formed too much. You won't have. It doesn't look like you're going to have to starch it much. So it's like that means it's like almost like brand new almost because of that's crazy. It's an awesome hat to have. And I noticed my red and my green ones get a lot of looks. That's ones that get sold. It seems like for me.
Yeah, I'm
Thanks for joining, guys.
I
Rosie, Todd.
I just today was I got that Odyssey.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Is that like it looks like an Atari?
That's got 5 games with it too. It's Magnavox Odyssey gaming system. So
I've never seen it.
I got to figure out how to test it so I can check it out. If it works, I'm sure that's a bang bang too. That's probably it's over $50. I mean, I only paid $5 for it again. I'll try anything for $5 and stuff like that. And I knew the most I paid was $5.
You think a collector, people buy all kinds of games just because I've never even heard of it. You think that I would have by now, so it makes you kind of realize it has to be rare. I've never heard of.
Well, he had Pong too, but I didn't bite on Pong, and I probably could have got that for $5, but I didn't even look. For some reason, I always leave something behind that's even better. This time, I don't think I did. But Pong, I mean, how many people want that? That's just that boom, boom. That was used for when in 1978, but I don't think it's any big thing. They did. I had Nurse. I was screaming on Instagram like I always do, and Nurse Pickers said they had a hell of a day. A couple of pickers did.
Nice.
So she was hanging out with them, and they were going out, tearing up Florida. That's why I thought I had a good day. And the nurse says, "Yeah, I got this. She smoked me again. I'll never go to competition against them guys. They're like sharks. They're piranhas, man. They'll tear you to pieces."
Yeah. I'm liking that they're putting out a little bit more lives again. I just know how it just takes time, and if you got a lot of stuff going on, trying to resell, everybody's trying to put up as much as they can before Halloween, the fourth quarter. So,
I met a dude in the parking lot today. I thought I had another cool score. It was a Yogi Bear costume in the box. 70s, 60s?
Probably.
But the damn thing, the mouth was all split. I'm going, I didn't, why didn't you tell me that when I drove over? I had another pickup 5 miles from there. So it wasn't a waste of time, but come on, explain the way the nose is smashed in. I could have probably went doink and pushed that out. But
kind of the most important thing.
Yeah, the mouth, I think there was a tongue there, and the tongue's gone, so that's not good.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry to hear about that, Todd.
What happened?
She had a medical I don't want to say the wrong thing, but because I don't know medical terms very well, but they ran an auction for it the other day, and I was working. Sorry I missed it. I'm sure we'll probably have some more.
Well,
how's it going, West Side?
That dude cracks me up. Gary,
he's fun.
Gary's slick, man. He's kind of like one of those guys. He's got the world body. You know what? He's pretty cool. I'm gonna check out his auctions a few more times, but he's got something going on.
Yeah, I like cool. His auctions are fun, and they're good for resellers. That's what I like about his auctions. Someone throw up your link, Westside. I think I got you. How's it going, Dave?
Good. I wanted to show you guys what I got for free today.
Absolutely.
Carry a like HO gauge trains, deck bridge.
That's cool.
Yeah, new in the box. See, this one's still got the instructions in it. Never been used.
Wow.
And then
who makes it?
Big Bank.
Oh, Reveal or Revel, whatever that is. That's cool.
Yeah.
The old plastic things.
Yeah. Kind of like look at that, still in the plastic.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
for free. That's about $25, I would say.
Nice.
Sure.
These all lot together for, I don't know, $19.99. And then in this big bag right here, see it right there, two giant model kits that you'll have to watch tomorrow night on my live at 8 p.m. They're in a bag of deodorizer. This one right here, Ozem.
No, they got the funk.
Yeah, they got a little bit of mouthpiece smell to them.
Yeah.
So they're in this bag, but they're about $80 a piece. New old stock, never been put together models of giant banks for HO gauge trains.
Ah, cool.
Yeah,
That is cool.
that stuff works good. Old shoes.
Was there a clean out? The guy was put it out on the curb.
What's that?
Was it a clean out? And the guy was sticking it out on the curb.
No, a guy I know here in town, a scrapper. We meet up about every other month, and I give him a bunch of scrap metal, and he gives me whatever he finds.
That's great.
That is cool.
It's like taco stacks.
Yeah. Free good.
This hat. I don't know if it's worth anything.
Yeah, green hats go good. That's what.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in the Weinhauser. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I had to just sit on it for a couple of months, but he says green go grailed.
Yeah, made in the USA. I got it for $25.
Great.
Hey, what's on the back? Is it a K brand, K product, or Louisville?
All it says is made in the USA. It doesn't even have a brand.
Does it have not only on the back of the snap?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Still, it'll go good. Hipsters like it.
Yeah. Looks clean.
Look at that profile picture. That's hilarious.
What's that?
West Side's profile picture. He usually has one game lot that's not like that.
Yeah, there were some games today I seen, but I didn't. I looked at the Wii, and the Wii looked like it was beat, so I stayed away from it. Some gamer ran up there. That's where I got the spinning Christmas tree stand, mint in the box. I bet you that's late 50s, early 60s. So, because I left the yard, she said $3. I told my son, I said, comp that, and then it came up 40, 35, 40, 50, 40. I turned around, boom, ran up the yard, said, I'll take it. So,
yep. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's great that your son's already he's doing your dirty work for you.
Well, that's one good thing. If he's going to
teaching him,
he can comp quicker than me because he's smarter than me. So he's like with the doodads, you know. So.
I bet he loves that TCG player.
He wasn't taking that up to the yard. We went back to that yard 3 times because he goes, you know what? Well, he found a few fake ones. He says there's fake ones. So he found those. And he says, but this one's real. So let me take this one back up to the yard and look. And he was matching them. So that's where he came out with a few more. And then he went and said, let me look one more time. I said, all right, let's go back.
That's funny. That's how I was with baseball cards at that age.
There was a box. There was a whole big box of those. I seen 1993. I didn't even look. I seen that's all I needed to see. I don't even want to spend the time looking for them.
Unless it's like 1993, Derek Jeter would be the only thing. But that's, most of the time they're so beat up that it's almost not worth your time. People don't take care of them that well.
Yeah, I forget what the hell else did I grab up there? I brought in like I'm glad I'm starting to pay attention to them tools, and the yard still had. I got a plane and a Minatoya 0-1. Minatoya, that's like a 200-hour micrometer. She said last week she sold a bunch of them, but that was left. I was wondering why. I sprayed it down. That thing works. It's good. I'm saying, Man, there must have been some banging tools, and I guarantee she was giving them away, and somebody got a couple $1,000 worth of tools.
Yep.
Easily.
Craftsman and Snap-on always just sell,
if that's
so fast.
Crap, that's big money, man. You got Starrett and Minatoya. You ever see those names?
I will now.
Oh man, that's a banging deal. So
Minatoya.
Yep, Minatoya. There, it's still, it's like the Starrett of Japan. Starrett was the top brand, like Snap-on is, but for machinists, Starrett's big. That's what I always bought back when I was a machinist. So, what's up, David?
Hold on, Instagram.
What's that?
Did you see that socket that I sold on Instagram for $22?
Yeah, you that was a bigger one, right?
Yeah, 1 5/8. It was pretty big.
Yeah, that's what I was. One of the bearded guys. There's like 1,700 bearded resellers. So this one's a bearded something, and he's probably going to, if he hears me, he's going to probably say this is my name, but he's a bearded something, and it's that big. So, but he buys tools, and he was talking about the bigger size of the sockets. So I'm paying attention to that stuff now. I used to walk right by it. And that probably was a bad mistake. Same with these hats. So,
well, now you know. There's so much stuff I passed up last garage sale season, and now I'm like I picked up the wrong things, but now I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad I've learned so much from our community. It's crazy.
Yeah, I picked up okay things, but tools are who the hell? I don't want to collect tools. That's for damn sure. I'll sell them all day long, and that stuff the stuff I like is like teacup, and I did find a teacup today.
I saw that.
I like picking up antiques, but man, I have no problem picking up tools now. I'm going to grab them if it says Stanley, it's going home with me. So
yeah.
All right, I'm going to take off, guys. See you later.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
See you at 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Throw up your link when you get out of there. Throw up your link.
Yeah, it's tomorrow night. I'll throw a link in.
Yep.
See
you
later. Yeah. I thought I got a couple of. I'm gonna show you. I brought that thing down. That funky looking measurement device. Where the hell was it?
Yeah, I want to see it again. Hey, David. Good to see you. Hey, Jennifer.
Is that Jennifer Hayes? She just picked the same bowls she just picked up at Goodwill or something. The same ones I got. She says, "Hey, I just picked them up too."
Oh yeah, those bowls are so cool.
If I see something old, and this thing is old. That's busted. That's a shame because this is $100 item. But I said, "How much you want for that?" She's got sewing machines for $200 and $300, and they're not worth that. But this, she says, "I'll take $1." I said, "I'll take it." Yeah. I knew it was old. It has 1915 on it. It's somewhere I seen that on here.
A lot of times that's the patent.
Yeah,
time, but still, it shows you how old. Most
there it is, right there. It's St. Oh, it's your town, man. St. Louis, USA, 1950.
Oh, really? So I say it's like probably 40s to 60s between there.
1 yard by inches, and people might want this. They might see it and say, "You know what? I can take that now. I have parts for mine." So
I had a Snap-on. What was it? A tack-on? Oh, what was it? I forget what it was, but it was like this handheld like thing. It looked like a wrench, but it was big and it was made for something. And it had like a pressure like gauge on it, and the gauge still worked, and it was Snap-on, so I knew it'd sell. And I put it up for like, it was $25 or $39, one of the two, and it sold in less than a month. So there's a lot of Mennonites and Amish people that go into my flea market booths and antique mall booths and buy up anything made in USA. They know Pyrex. They know. They buy it up.
I have some Pyrex now. I'm not Tim, but I'm the people I watch. I'm at least number 2.
That Pyrex set would be a fun one to put in like an auction, whenever you want to run an auction at some point.
I just put it for 109 because I seen it.
Yeah.
It's in great shape, and there was, like I said, they go from 100 to 175. I've seen them, so we'll see what happens.
You put it on Etsy or eBay or?
No, eBay. Etsy just eBay's so easy to post on. Etsy's a pain in the ass. They want to know this, that, and they want you to be. You got to be Tim to be on there because he's good, and he can say, "Well, this is the fluctuating orange yellow color." He's got all them funky sound things he knows. I just like to say, "Look, here's the pictures. Here it is. Look, it's beautiful and stuff like that," and then they buy it.
Yep. Well, make sure you tell your son too about looking on Mercari, because it's a good way to buy bulk Pokemon or other things like that.
Really?
Yeah, I've bought Magic cards on there. I found a lot of good deals on Facebook Marketplace.
That's where I do well. That's why I had 2 lined up for today: the Halloween mask and the Pyrex. So I'm looking at that and when I seen that Pyrex, I knew right away. I'm saying, man, this hasn't been used much, so it's in really great shape. So
yeah, I had never seen the different colors, the yellow, white, the same pattern.
It's not the basic ones, and it isn't a couple of the puke green boring ones. So I knew orange and that pattern was okay. Like the what pattern seems to do good is that Amish. I guess they're Amish around there. They're blue and white. Yeah. And if you get, I picked a little one a couple weeks ago for $2 and got $24 for it. So I know that's a desirable pattern. So
hold on a second. I need to get a seat.
Okay. I'll entertain them with a couple dances. Nah, that's not happening. I'm actually pretty tired. How's everybody doing? Hopefully they all did well today, sourcing or whatever you want to call it. Picking, yard sailing, sleeping. Maybe you didn't get out of bed. Might be raining in your part of the country or world. So
we needed the rain. We didn't get any.
Well, we've gotten too much, so we're doing.
Yeah, I know. East Coast got almost all of it down in the Gulf Coast, but we haven't got anything in the central part. But I mean, we got a lot in spring. We had like our wettest spring ever, so I kind of knew it was coming.
Are you near the Mississippi?
I'm about 2.5 hours away.
Okay.
Missouri's about 2.5 hours to the Missouri River.
Okay.
But I used to live real close to it. I used to fish on the Missouri River. There's some huge fish in there. It's crazy. Kind of stopped fishing in there because I think bigger fish would eat your fish before it got to you.
Really?
It's hard to fish, that's for sure. Maybe I just wasn't very good at it. What's up, Tommy?
There he is. What Tommy said? He said something. I didn't get to say it. He's on.
YMCA.
Yeah, I tried out for that
Where's Ken?
Thing a couple times. Yeah, Macho Man in the Navy.
I got some 7s, some 45s that I'm going to put in my booth, and Village People's. I've got a couple of those. I'm gonna sell those. I don't want that. I don't like those, but I know they'll sell.
From small town, anytime in the 90s and 80s when you went to a stinking, we had them little dances out in the country. And everybody got drunk and fought and danced. That's what you did.
That's what we did.
Right.
That's what we did in the 90s.
If they didn't play a Village People song, that damn YMCA, then there would be another fight at the end of the night. And they'd all be out there doing their damn thing too, man. So
it was like Sweet Home Alabama.
And a couple of polkas. There always had to be a polka and a beer bottle polka and heaven there ain't no beer and all that stuff. So
yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. We had like 20 spots where we had parties, and it was different every weekend. Like we were going to confuse the police on where we were at, even though they
Oh,
didn't
that's when
care.
you're kids. These were organized dances. We partied. They didn't mess with it. We went right for gravel holes because they were right out. Gravel holes were all around. So you rode motorcycles. You had pickup trucks, and you rode out the gravel holes and had a bonfire. And then a couple rednecks would come out. They're all drunk and want to take on the whole goddamn party. They'd attempt it too. They'd get the shit kicked out of them, but they at least got a couple punches in. That's all they ever cared about.
Seriously,
punch you in the nose.
Get one hit in. That's all they wanted.
Oh, they were crazy, man. They were crazy guys.
We had a lot of them.
Guess what hats they had on? There you go. K-Break.
Yeah. True.
I couldn't believe when Tank talked about that. Shit, if I'd have known that when I was in high school, Jesus Christ, I could have retired now because I'd have had I could have every time they fought, I could have stole their hats. Here, I'll take that. There's Sire Power, John Deere. You had all the different crap, the corn ones, Cat.
Cat. I remember I had the Cat one. I was all my old Jordan shirts. I had like the hypercolor shirts. I bet those things are worth some money now.
Michael Jordan, when we were at that time, Michael Jordan was probably still in high school with us. So he's probably around my age, I would think.
Yeah.
That was Magic and Bird were in college.
Man, that was awesome.
Indiana against what did Magic play for?
Indiana State, and Magic played for Michigan State.
Is that who it was? I know that was a big thing when I was in high school. In high school days, or something like that.
Yeah, that was one of my second best garage sale this year. I found 17 Jordan cards, all in this. Like he took them from the sleeve to a hard protector. They all look gradable, and they're like all 3rd to 7th year cards. So it's nothing special, but they're all worth at least $10 to $15 a piece.
Well,
then I got 3 Shaq rookies, which are worth pretty good money, and a bunch of other Shaqs and stuff. And then I had 5 Bowman cards. One of them was the Bobby Thompson, all from 1949. They're like the real small ones, you know.
Oh, really?
Like tobacco cards, almost looking. And I had some photographs that was there too, like Bryce Harper and Matt Holliday that I put in my booth. I got all that stuff, and I asked him how much, and I was thinking he's going to say $50, and he said 25. I was like, and he goes 20. Gave him 20 and ran away. There's some Pokemon in there too. I didn't even really look at it. I'd never seen 1949 Bowman up close like that, and one of them was a Bobby Thompson. It's not in good shape, but it's still worth something. I have a Bobby Thompson autograph. What's up, Myra? How you doing?
Hey, Myra. How you doing? I know a group of them's out in Pittsburgh now. I tuned in for a second, and I seen Victoria sitting at a table. So
yeah, that was fun. Honestly, I hadn't seen.
There.
Yeah, that looks fun to do a meetup like that. It'd be crazy. That many people.
What did they do? Get around and drink?
I don't know what they're gonna do. I asked if they're gonna go sourcing. They're like, no. I'm like, I guess they're just gonna sit around and eat and chit chat. I don't know.
AI? Okay.
Get loaded.
Yeah. If I was young, I would have went, but I can't.
Yeah.
I just don't have the time is few and far in between now. So
it's too valuable for me I need to list or do something while it's too valuable time anymore. I was disappointed. Say what?
Did you go out?
Yeah, I went to one place because he had Coleman's. I saw him in the description. I saw him in the picture. They're on top of like a refrigerator. And so I thought maybe no one else saw him, because he was open yesterday. And he was just like less than a mile from me even. I was like, sweet. Went up there, and it was a 1983 green one. And he wanted $22.50, and I was like, nah, if it was $5, I would have bought it. But
I'll buy
and I probably could have talked him down to 15, and I could have got 40 out of it, but I'm like, I don't even want to mess with it.
Yeah. I've got one of those 82 ones for $5 at a sale one time. I think I'll leave them.
Yeah.
If they're old ones, I'm grabbing them. So Dave knows he just sold those red ones and he did well. I still got a bunch to sell. They're one thing I haven't sold yet, but they're going to sell. I just haven't put them on yet. I think they're going to be on the winter freeze out sales. I'm going to sell all the Colemans. I'm keeping some, but I got like 5 of one. I'll sell 4 of them. So
they sold fast in my booth. I sold one for 109. It was a 1961 or 63, one of the two. It was a nice one, 200A. It was gone in I think it was less than a week. It was gone.
Yep.
But it was nice. It was a red one. So and I got it for $6 at Goodwill. It was one of those times where I walked in Goodwill and they bring out crates at ours, like a rolling shelves. And so they put them out in the middle, and then the workers come up and grab them, take them off to the places. So it's not the bins. And I was just walking in, I could see that lantern in the back. I'm just like, ooh. And I just walked as fast as I could, get back there and just grabbed it and went on. And I didn't even know it was 1963 until I got home and I comped it and I saw that. I was like, oh, crap. And that's when I looked online and saw it was going for, I think it was like $120. So that's why I put it in my booth for 109. And so it was actually cheaper to do that because I didn't have to charge them for shipping and mess with that. And
that eBay take their cut and all that crap. So can't beat that.
Yeah. So and that was before I even knew that you messed with that. I think that was a little bit before I started watching you. Well, no, I already knew that was from you. But I didn't know how to comp it on the bottom because that's the easy one too. It says right there. It even says the model.
This one here is maybe fired once. This thing's like mint condition. This is one of them that's going to go, but this is a 1972, and that thing looks brand new. So that's one I have sitting up here. That's going to go. I just haven't put it on yet. It's actually got fuel in it, but I'm gonna. If this place ever catches on fire from the basement, it's gonna go. They're gonna think I had one of those meth houses, and they're gonna follow.
Started
lanterns, and the dumbass didn't take the fuel out. That's what the hell blew it up.
Yeah, I just kind of look to see, like, where the thing comes down and it smacks the side. I just look to see if there's any chips out of that, and if there's no chips and the paint's still good. Those things are worth good money.
Well, let me tell you, if you've seen it for $5 and that globe's good, you'll get $20 for the globe. So you can part it out.
Yeah,
I've seen that. You'll make $40. So
those old globes, some of them go for 40. I saw.
Yeah. Well, if you see an amber one or a red one, ching ching. Man,
yeah, and you said what the Christmas tree one, the one that's red and green, right?
51. That's a big one.
51. Okay.
I think that was a Canadian thing too. How you doing? Who's popular picker?
I don't know. Thanks for joining.
How you doing?
Sometimes people change their name. Did I miss somebody? Nikki. Is that popular picker? Thanks for joining. I guess we know. Yeah. Yeah, Kelly. Did anybody have any good garage sale treasures today that they found? Throw them in your link. Come on in. Tell us about them.
Yeah, if I scare you, I'll jump out if somebody wants to come in. So,
yeah. Stay in or stay out, whatever you want to do.
Hey, Kelly.
I looked and most of the garage sales were just junk, and so I just didn't even go to most of them. And it was kind of sprinkling this morning, so I figured half of them you're going to drive to, and they're not going to be open.
Really?
That happens a lot.
I went for the hell of it to Goodwill yesterday. There's one in town here.
Yeah.
That place blows. Man, it might be okay for clothing, but those people are in there constantly. I think it's a lot of resellers that go in there, but they pick that place clean. it's getting to the point I probably won't even go in anymore, even in the winter.
I'm kind of the same.
6 of them all that's close by, but it's just pretty much a lot of knickknacks and stuff like that. I just don't want the hand-me-downs from stuff that didn't sell at the yard sales. So
yeah, that's how I used to be. I used to get a lot of my stuff at Goodwill. It's hard to walk out of there with anything without buying like usually 2 or 3 things. And now it's like, I mean, if I do find something I like, it's so overpriced. I'm like, it's almost like they look at, it's kind of like estate sales. They're looking at what's it's listed on eBay. They don't see what it's sold for, and so they're pricing stuff super high.
yeah, I think you're right there. I think they've gotten a little silly on pricing too. They got somebody in there that's going, oh yeah, that's going on eBay for $39.95. So let's get going here.
Gentlemen, how you guys doing?
Doing good, my friend.
What's up, man? You guys enjoying your Sunday or Saturday?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yes. I'm gonna get
You guys hit any sales today?
absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't have any luck, but Harry had some. He had some good luck.
Did he?
Him
Yeah,
and his son found some Pokemon and
tools and antiques I picked up today, so that's not
those
bad.
are good. Yeah.
Uh,
Harry, did you end up selling those games, those Wii games that you got?
No, they're sitting back here because after you said something, I'm gonna let my son test them and sell them on his thing.
Yeah.
I picked up Odyssey today with 5 games. You remember Odyssey or ever heard of it?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Is that a hot one?
yeah. They sell really well.
I gotta
Oh,
see
really?
if it works. That's the thing. It's got cartridges like the what was that? The old ones did, like Atari and stuff. But I think it's
Right.
pre-Atari, right?
Yep.
Or the
Yep.
same time.
I
So.
love Atari, man. I got a ton of Atari games.
it said, was it Magnum?
Like old school, like Asteroids and Frogger and all those
yeah.
little games. You know, I don't like the newer stuff. I like the older stuff, the Nintendo and Atari, and
Yeah.
Um,
I
You
grew
know
up
what
on
I
it.
was hooked
I
on
used to get
for a
so
while?
mad. So,
I was hooked on that Tetris. When I had
Yeah.
my bachelor pad one time, I caught myself on there for a very long time. So I got away from it. that music in the background, I think that's what it kind of zombieizes you.
Right.
Without playing it. So
yeah, we used to do that in college. We just played Tetris for hours, drinking beer, smoking cigarettes.
yeah,
The girls would play that song, You Dropped the Bomb on Me. They would just repeat it over and over again because whenever you do the thing, it's all 4 of them. They'd go, drop the bomb. And they thought it was so funny.
good old days, man.
Yep. Back when there was no responsibility except going to class.
I used to have a ton of the stand-up arcade games. I used to have like a big game room, but I got rid of all of it just because, the kids would now with all these PlayStations and all these upper games, they don't really like playing it anymore.
Yep.
But I used to have like somewhat of a man cave, and then I'd had Centipede in there. I had pinball machines. I had a full-on bar. I had about 4 or 5 slot machines from Vegas that I bought off Craigslist a while ago. Put quarters in there, dude. And play.
oh, that'd be cool.
We turned it into a game room for the kids, and they weren't into it, man.
Right. Yeah, but that's how I first started.
Chair Nintendo or PlayStation 7, and they're good, man. They're happening.
Right.
What was that one? Galaga. I remember playing Galaga all the time.
Galaga's a good one.
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man. Yeah.
Pac-Man. Yeah.
Played that all the time.
Centipede, Pac-Man, and Phoenix.
Yep.
Bars. I remember them.
Yep.
Yeah. You said slot machines. There was on Facebook Marketplace that I just missed once. There was like a 1920s, 1910s slot machine, and I don't care if it didn't work. It had all the. It just was had all the. Everything was there. It was a beauty. And I know they're big bucks, but that thing went bam. I just missed that one. So
my dad had a big. I don't think he has it anymore, but he had a Kiss pinball machine. Dude, the thing was badass. I think he ended up selling it for about $4,000.
Yep.
A few years ago, but right now that thing's probably worth close to 8 in its condition. You know.
Yeah. That's the one you always hear about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sells
Yep.
the most. It's a Kiss one.
Yep.
What did you sell those slot machines for? How did you get rid of those?
I didn't post them on Craigslist because legally you can't sell them here in California. Hold on real quick.
Played Pong.
Yeah. On a trash 80.
So it was more of like a word of mouth, you know, like, hey, I'm selling some slot machines. If you know anybody, let me know. And a guy ended up buying all of them. So
Awesome.
he was making a game room himself, and that'd be cool, you know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Shoot, I could have entertained my mother-in-law with one of them when she was alive. That's all you need. If I'd have had a room of them, she wouldn't have ever left. She'd have beeline right to that room and sat in there and said, "Give me more quarters."
Yeah.
Slaughtered Bloody Mary.
Cool. Even the newer ones are pretty cool now too. My dad still has an older one, or newer one, that's all like touchscreen and stuff, and it gets entertaining, man, when you get in there, you know.
Thanks for joining, David. Appreciate you.
All right, Dave. Have a good day.
Better, dude.
Yeah, Asteroids. Yeah, that was another good one.
Yep, Asteroids was some of the first Atari games was Berserker, Asteroids, Frogger. But didn't Asteroids came with didn't that come with Atari, or was it Ducks? The little shooting game.
The shooting game was Nintendo.
Okay.
The Duck Hunt, yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then
I bought those with those guns every time I've got what's that, the NES or something?
Yeah. Yep.
So
those guns are worth money, man.
I grab them every time I see them.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of that Nintendo stuff's worth good money, especially if it's in like good condition. If it's in good condition, people will collect it. They'll hang it on the wall or put it somewhere in their game area. But
you saw that one I sold, that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with it still had the cardboard too in the manual. It sold for $74.95.
Yeah,
and, collector, because I couldn't comp it because there was no one else selling them they had the cardboard too that it originally came in.
Yeah,
no one took care of that back then.
I had a graded what was it? Super Mario Brothers 2 or 3, I forget what it was. It was graded, and I think it sold for like $1,200, dude. Graded. Came in at
a game.
Came in at a 9. Yeah, it was almost mint. So, stuff like that, dude, people love, especially graded stuff. Like, if you ever get something unique, man, I just get it graded.
That's
what was it? It was a Mario Brothers?
It was a Mario Brothers. Yeah, the game itself with the original box,
Oh, really? And you sent it and they graded it?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
No kidding.
No.
There's somewhere in a warehouse in Philadelphia, which is a city near me, there's a case of them sitting in the back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And somebody will get it and say, ching, ching. So,
yeah, it's they're getting harder and harder to find too, man, those games, because people are hanging on to them now. They're not getting rid of them like they used to, because you think about it, those games, man, are the vintage ones now. CDs I don't think are going to ever be vintage for us or even our kids. It's going to be the cartridge ones that are going to be the ones that they don't obviously make anymore.
Give me 1 second. I'll come back. I'll show you those Odyssey games. 1 second.
Yeah, check it out.
I really didn't know they actually graded them. That's intriguing.
Yeah,
and that's, since most people don't know that, then that's probably why there's not very many of them graded right now.
Right. Hang on real quick, Anthony. I'm sorry, bud.
Yeah, take your time. Yeah. I remember we used to go rent movies, and they would always have 4 or 5 of those stand-up games, and so you'd spend more money on the games than you would renting movies. Yeah, sounds good, Tommy. And if they're already going, go ahead. Sounds awful. I hate to hear that. Yeah, I think I remember that one. Thanks everybody for joining. I appreciate it. Harry's always a blast.
Oh.
Combat. Yeah.
See, this is why he talked about grading.
Good bow.
40 games are in the boxes, and they're nice. Here's the thinking. Here's the what? The neighbors. Look, what I tell you. See, I got to argue with him. He's a pyromaniac. There's the Odyssey.
Yeah. Okay.
There's your 2 game controllers. Here's all the cords and stuff.
It's pretty clean.
I got to put it in something. That baby works. But these games, look. I mean, look at these boxes.
Yeah, it's still in the box.
Yeah, and he said, "Look, there's the tag thing on the back." Wonder if Tommy Bernard's.
And don't take those off.
Look, the booklets and craps are in there. So
yeah,
I haven't even looked these up yet.
Oh yeah, collectors want to buy that.
UFO.
It's like Magnavox is a good brand for a lot of old stuff, so I'm sure it'll go okay.
Here's like a Munchie or something. He is my favorite neighbor. So, and here's the last one. Look at these. So it's got to be this one. Don't even. Oh, this has been open. This looks like brand new old stock. When was this stuff from? 1980. That's when these were. So in 80, man, I had hair.
That's a good pickup.
I wasn't even shaving. So I had those. I had that Billy Goat going on.
We got to comp that right now. Let's just do it. Let's eBay comp that.
I don't have my look for Odyssey Pacino or whatever the hell that is. PACHINKO. Yeah, I paid $5 for the whole lot. So unless it's really an unpopular gaming and somebody don't want it, but I would think there's somebody over in Tokyo or somewhere like that be thrilled to death to some of them.
That's true. I've heard of people that like worked on the machinery over in Japan wanting to buy their stuff again because they can't get it anywhere. So they buy from the US and they'll do it global shipping. Odyssey.
This one's for 78. This didn't have a box.
10 games and 2 joysticks, $60.
Yeah. So it's even $60. So if I'll sell it all together.
That was a auction, which is not very smart to sell that way. Let's look for a buy it now because there's one for 100. There's one for 100 in the box. If you had the Odyssey box with it, it goes for $250. But it still goes for 80 to 100. It goes for 80 to $100. Buy it now.
That's just the game itself.
Hey, sorry about that.
Yeah, just a game. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's just a console with 2 joysticks.
What do you got?
These are the
here, show him again. He was at oops. What did I do?
Woo!
Sorry.
I mean, these things look like they're kind of new from the store. I mean, but it don't look like they're not home runs. They're triples and doubles. It looks like so. Harry, thank you. So, but and here's the gaming system. It's if it works, it's got to be okay. You got your little toggle switch, old gear things there. So,
that's cool. Yeah,
that's the Odyssey Micro Professor. So
it looks like it's in really good shape too.
Yeah, it doesn't look. It's got all the cords. It's probably got that old little 2 plug-in things by the antenna back on the old rabbit ear days. They're 1980. So
you said 1980. That's it's got to go for decent money.
For $5, I can. It's always worth a shot, and I did.
You could probably get a good $100 bill if you lot it all up.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to do the whole kit and caboodle together. And
that's what it's showing.
The old 99.95 on it, or put 110, and somebody will say, "I'll give you 100." I'll say, "Okay,
yeah,
there you go." So take it away.
Or you can always start an auction on it too. You know.
Yeah.
He's no Vanna White. Nah, definitely not that. So, so that was one of several big pickups today. So
I think that's a good one.
Got all those at a garage sale.
yeah, they had Pong there too. I did not even bother looking, and I probably maybe should have, but I didn't. So I
Yeah.
didn't think much of Pong. I didn't, and now I'm going to that's probably the $1,000 game that I left in the driveway. So
It's like
now my
ET.
big thing I think is that 3M some kind of camera. Now because I couldn't find it on eBay, and I went there and I Googled it, Google-eyed it or whatever, took the picture. Tracy showed me that. And this one came up, so I pressed, and they're going on Amazon. I got all the cords and everything, and it goes for the $219, and they had 4 of them, $229 to $218. So
Wow. Yeah, pick up anything that's Mario, man.
Yep.
Anything
oh
Mario.
yeah, I've learned that from you. That's what I was telling my son. Go through the game and look if there's any Mario Brothers stuff.
Mario,
Just any
Zelda.
Super Mario Galaxy,
Yep.
Mario Sonic, anything Mario is on especially on the front of the cover, it's gone.
Where did he
I've
show
had
up?
Super Mario Galaxy.
Donkey Kong?
Say it again.
Is Donkey Kong the first time he showed up,
Hmm.
or is
I'm
that
not sure.
something else?
I don't think so. Maybe you're right. You know, his original name was Jumpman.
Mm-mm. Well, I know there's some jumping in Donkey Kong, but I'm not. Somebody
Might
ran
have been.
around Donkey Kong. I don't know if it was Mario or not. Somebody knows. Or did he come out? I know he used to rescue like a Princess Peach or something, didn't he?
I know he does. I'm not sure if it was in Donkey Kong or not. I don't remember. I just played Donkey Kong a little bit.
Well, there was Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers, and the racing, and there's a bunch of them out there. So
Yeah. There's a
Played a
ton.
lot of
Zelda.
Contra. Zelda was a good one.
I sold a 1985 Zelda gaming watch at auction a couple weeks ago. You might remember it, Anthony. With 2 Zelda games with it. The person that bought it's going to do really well on that.
Yeah, and you got good money out of it too. But they're going to triple their money probably.
Oh yeah, well, at least double for sure.
Yeah.
So what's a Zelda watch go for?
It was like 300.
In good condition, you could probably get about $150, 200. It all depends who the right buyer. I mean, this thing was pristine, didn't even have a scratch on it. The band was perfect. Everything worked great. So
it's something else. It's desirable then. That's
yeah,
big name when it's gaming.
Yeah, you don't see watches like that in really, really good shape. You know what I mean?
You never see them.
You'll get them broken or scratched or played with. This thing wasn't even played with.
Kids used them.
Yeah,
that's why I like your guys' auctions because you guys have games and LPs. It's like perfect.
Bring games. You try to bring a variety of just different stuff for everyone. You know what I mean? So, like last auction, we brought a gold ring. And
I'm sure our community likes the jewelry, even though I don't know anything about it. They like jewelry, and so that's what I want to work on next year to understand more about.
Yeah,
I just don't know much about it.
Yeah, we're bringing a bunch of jewelry in the next couple of months. So people love the silver and the gold, man.
See, there you go. It was on Donkey Kong for Atari. So
Kelly was right.
Kelly's saying so that he did come. He first was running around on Donkey Kong.
Nice call.
So.
I've got a bunch of old silver coins that I got back in the American silver coins too. So it's 0.999, and it's worth more when it's the American Eagle on there. And I'm glad I bought those back in the day for $8 an ounce, $8 to $10 an ounce, I think it was. And it's worth like 26 to. I bet you could sell American Eagle ones for 30, 35 right now.
Oh, easy. Yeah. Those sell really good at auction too, man.
Yep.
So
a nice bonus teaser. That's one thing I like about like what you guys do. One thing I like about auctions for a bunch of resellers You throw in some more stuff on top of that. It's very similar to the same thing.
Yeah.
You're gonna get more money right there.
Sure.
And
And
I like
I
what you
think
guys
a
do.
lot of people, I think a lot of people get upset, you know, especially a lot of resellers, because they look at some of the stuff that's going on some of these auctions, you know, and they're like, I can go to eBay and buy that right now for, you know, half of whatever you're selling it for. But to those people that are buying it, that's more of like, you know, a collection to them. And a lot of it too, man, is they're in the moment. It's like gambling, you know, they're in the moment. You know, you're spending money easy on your fingertips. It's really easy to press a button. You're chatting with people. You're racing against them. You want to win. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
it's
And
not like you're pulling your wallet out and you're handing somebody a couple $100. That'd be a lot harder than it is to push a button on your phone. You know what I mean? Or your laptop or whatever you're using.
And another thing I've noticed is like my first favorite auction, maybe like you, and because I know you follow them a lot, is Locker Nuts. I like their auctions, but they've kind of I'm almost past them now because they're selling to people watching. They're not really selling like reseller lots most of the time.
No. Yeah. I mean,
And so
sometimes they do. You got to get in there at the right time, but a lot of people are buying it to keep it. You know what I mean?
so they're selling
a lot
their
of people
audience.
are
They're not
like, how are you gonna? I can't make money off that. You know what I mean? But to them, it's more of like, well, I'm keeping that piece, and at the same time, I'm supporting somebody that I like. You know what I mean? So,
and so that's why I don't even get on there anymore, just because. And I miss them because I like them, but it's just I'm not. I can't make any money off. I want to buy something 30 to 40% for me to make money. But like with you guys, I can buy something. I might pay 50 to 60% because maybe something I collect and I can sell on top of it. So it's worth it for me. You know,
for sure. Like, dude, Tom's records, man.
dude, those are sick,
pristine, dude.
I haven't found one. They're almost they're not played.
No, and he doesn't sell junk, dude. Honestly, if he sees something that's scratched, he'll toss it. He won't even bring it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some of his lots, you can make some killer money on it, dude. You know?
And he had some duplicates in there, but they're all like duplicates of great ones. So I can keep one and sell the other. And I love that, you know?
Exactly.
I told Adam Record Crate about him. He's like, well, I'm pretty picky. I go, dude, he's selling as good a records as you sent me, if you're not better, some of them, because he just doesn't look like they've been played. And then they've always got the original sleeve, and a lot of times they have the protection on them.
Right.
I love music, obviously, and so this is a Storage Auction Pirate Grateful Dead.
Oh, that's sweet. I remember when you bought that. That's right.
2004.
That's a cool shirt, man.
I went to that one. I went to the 2004, and I didn't buy a shirt, but they were probably 30, 40 bucks at the time anyway. So I got this for 70 from him, and he could have sold it for 100 to 150 on eBay. So I was happy to get it.
God, what a score did he get on those shirts, man?
Wow. It's unbelievable.
Wow. I mean, that's
the videos.
Right time, dude. I mean,
and if it wasn't for his way of always wanting to be a pirate, he had like a $30,000 locker at the time that he had so much work to do, but he's still going to flea market looking for those deals. And
right.
I mean, if he wanted to sit on those things and slow play it, he could make $100,000 on that.
Easy.
And he paid $300 or something.
350 or something like that. then he ended up getting another lot
the next day.
So whatever you saw at the swap, you know, whatever you saw at that swap meet, he ended up making another deal with that same dude. That dude's like, hey, I got more if you want to buy more. He's like, sure, let's do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you seen that Storage Auction Pirate, Harry?
No, what state's he in?
California.
So he's in an area where he can wheel and deal.
Yeah. Well, there's a open flea market he sells at, and then he'll just go up there and buy sometimes. And the guy was just laying them out. And he's like, how much for all of them?
Really?
There's even a girl. Did you see that girl just taking them out? Said, Storage Auction Pirate.
I have to check him out.
He's got good auctions.
I think what happened when he first rolled up, he's like, hey, how much are the shirts? You know, and the guy's like, I think $3 or $5 he said a piece, you know?
Yeah.
And Pirate's like, all right, well, how much for all of them?
Yeah.
He's like, well, give me $1 a piece. He's like, sold, done. You know what I mean? He would have bought them all at $5 a piece.
Yeah, and I've noticed that's what I do in garage sales. You just kind of overwhelm them with, what do you want for all of it? And they're just like, they can't do the math a lot of times.
Right.
And so a lot of times you get such a good deal because you kind of stump them on, they're just not ready for it.
Yeah,
he bought them before he even got them out of the trash bags to put them out.
Yeah, I love making piles, man. You know what I mean? Just piles at estate sales and this huge bag full of stuff and then hand it to them. They're just like, all right, $20, cool. I'm like, yeah, sold, you know.
That's good on video. That's how you get box of video and the gaming systems. You just say the whole thing. They'll 25. Okay.
Yeah. Then you get some sticklers at these estate sales and they want to pull every single piece out and look everything up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Well, once they do that eBay thing, I'm done. I kind of slow. Okay, thank you. Well, it's selling. Yeah, I don't care what it says it's going. What it sell for. That's the big thing.
All right. Or you see like the eBay comps on each one of the items, you know. Like, come on, you know.
Yeah, if you want to sell like that, then go and start a retail store there,
right, or put it on eBay.
Yard sale.
All right.
I
always say that even if they got that price, they're still paying fees for it and PayPal. And they got to ship it, so you can't compare the same thing anyway.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Once they say, "Well, that sells on eBay," or there was one person that brought out the Pyrex bowls for $100. I'm going.
Thanks, Jesse. Appreciate it, man. Jesse's a good dude. If you guys don't know him,
No, Clear Thrifts. He buys a lot of places. He knows good auctions.
Check his channel out. He's got a lot of unboxing videos and a couple of units he's gotten. So, love to see more of your videos, Jesse. Be cool, man. Yeah, he buys a ton. He's always a huge supporter of everyone.
Yeah. Where do you get a lot of your inventory? Estate sales?
I've had a lot of stuff for years, man. You know, I've always been a collector as far as hard goods, you know. But I now I get a lot of my stuff from estate sales, or I got a local swap meet that's not too far from here. That's, I would say, about 30 minutes away. That people are always unloading stuff there. You know what I mean?
You're all year round too, aren't you? Your weather?
Oh yeah, dude. It's always,
See,
we get a week and maybe a week and a half of rain here a year, and that's it. You know, we need the rain bad, to be honest. But yeah, it's always year round. The swap meets are always open. You know,
we've got about 4 weeks left before the yard sale shut down, but now I know about Facebook Marketplace. I can still get a deal a week. There's something always pops up.
Yeah, did Anthony freeze up?
He might have. Jumping out.
Just show takeover, Harry. We're taking over.
Yeah, he's been a little like one of them ships is over top of his house there, messing it up like in that movie. I forget what 4th of July or whatever the hell that damn movie was called.
Yeah,
he might have got boomed out.
There's a lot of online estate sales too that are going on. You know, I noticed started seeing those a lot more often. You can buy it online.
You have Max. We have a thing called Max Sold. I look at that once in a while, but a lot of people know about it. They seem like collectors are hitting it like an auction. It opens it up even more. It seems.
Yeah.
The prices at that last few minutes, they start going up there to where I'm not going to pay that much.
Yeah. Well, like estatesales.net. Do you guys have that in your area? Is that everywhere?
I have that on my phone, I think.
So. Yeah. So some of those, places will have it online too, so you can just go on their website and buy stuff that way.
Yeah, you got the Vumo and all that stuff you can use now to pay for things right over the phone.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's where are they at? They could be in Philly one day. I'm not going into Philly unless I get with a group. So there you go.
I got distracted there. I don't know. That never happened to me before. Sorry, I'm glad you're still here.
Okay. You weren't getting all funky, but I didn't want to say anything. I just thought my glasses were steaming up, but then you popped out on us. So,
well, thanks for joining.
I'm going to take off, fellas. Yeah. I'll be around later on tonight. I got to get my nap. So, everybody.
Thanks, Harry.
Hey, thanks for having me in. Everybody have a good night.
Later, Harry.
Later, Harry. So you have an auction next Saturday then?
Next Saturday, I'm co-hosting with Jason over at Thrift
Auction
Trader Auctions.
Trader Auctions.
Donna and T. So we're going to be doing a marathon auction that starts Saturday and Sunday.
That's right.
Which each one of our channels will have, 3 or 4 hours. We'll have a bunch of guests on and just go, and then we'll rotate, and I'll go and sell something on Jason's channel or T's or Donna's, you know what I mean? So
yeah. Oh, I need to.
But as far as like, Tom and I, we're not going to have one next week. We'll probably hit maybe the following weekend or the weekend after that,
I understand.
We try to have, twice a month, but it's hard with all these other auctions going on, and then families, and you know what I mean?
Sure.
So,
I can only imagine with your family and everything, and his too.
Yeah. But,
I need to get your email. I need to ask you something.
yeah, I'll give it to you now, man. I'll put it. Let's see.
I guess I can probably always Instagram you.
I don't have any of that. Instagram, Facebook, none of that stuff, man.
Okay. I understand.
I need to at least Instagram. I'm not a big Facebooker. I feel like there's more drama on Facebook than there is YouTube,
The only reason I joined Facebook was because there was a card breaker that did all of his claiming on Facebook. So I had to be on Facebook to do the claims. So I got back on there, and it freaking dragged me back into that crap. And I'd been 2 years away from it, and I swear it's like you can't help it. And so I catch myself every once in a while scrolling. I'm like, what the hell am I doing?
Right.
So Instagram is a lot better for me. And I tell you, I've gotten a lot of people from Instagram that I don't think know about our community, and I think they've started coming in, and I get a lot of people following me that just because I put the right hashtags right. So
wow. That's cool.
I think you'd like it.
Yeah, I put my email in the chat.
Okay, thank you.
It's familysold5@gmail.com.
Right on. I'll go back and through it. It's just a question. It's nothing too big a deal.
Yeah, no worries. I'll give you my phone number too once you email me. It'd probably be a little easier to get in touch with me or whatever.
Sounds good.
Which I don't really give out much, but one of the people I really trust,
Yeah, believe me, I understand.
All it takes is getting the wrong hands of someone, and then it just goes wild, and start getting the calls and somebody breathing heavy, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. I was a bartender. You wouldn't believe how many people could find me on Facebook through, I don't even know how. Like they would link me.
Sure.
That someone would put me on like a Cheddar's forum of groups, and they would find me through there, which I didn't know how you could do that.
All they did is put your number in the bathroom, on the wall. Want a good time? Call here. You know what I mean?
Remember me last night? I got a strawberry margarita. I'm like, dude, I gave out 300 strawberry margaritas.
Oh, buddy. Yeah, I made an IG account a few months ago, set it all up and everything. And at the night, I was having a few drinks,
Yeah.
And the nenext day, I tried to log in and wouldn't even allow me to log in. It said it was the wrong password. So I tried everything, dude. Everything. Any password I've ever thought of, I put it in there. It still didn't work. And then it said, "You want to reset?" I said yes, and it said it sent my email something. Never got an email. Tried that like 5 times. So
yeah,
I just didn't want to make a whole nother email, because I like to have the one I have and kind of tie it with everything.
I understand.
You know what I mean? So
yeah. It just makes it all easier. If you can make it easier on yourself, do it.
Yeah.
Life's hard enough. It's hard to, energy is, there's only so much energy and decision making you can make in a day. And if you're wasted on dumb shit.
Yeah. See, Jesse agrees. Facebook's horrible drama. I delete. Yeah. I don't like it, man.
Yeah.
Tell you what I like though. I like the MySpace. That was
MySpace. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like music in the background.
It was music. Yeah. It was more based in music and not buying their shit.
Yep. Now it's like keeping up with the Joneses, and you know what I mean?
Yep. Well, and it's, if you look at Facebook, the only people really like interacting is like people older than me. It's like when we used to pass notes in school when I was a kid. Now that's like they pass notes in front of everybody and they want everybody to agree. I don't know. It's so weird. It's like kids aren't even on Facebook anyway.
No.
And like for you, you get, since you're out there, you can find vintage T-shirts and stuff, those old band shirts. they'll sell for more money on Instagram. You've seen that with Storage Auction Pirate.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, it's crazy because the kids are on there, and it makes me wonder if eBay might get more kids on eBay since they're allowing more than just PayPal to be a way to buy stuff. I'm hoping that helps things.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to have a good following, right? To sell some stuff on Instagram.
Well, I mean, if you get the right hashtags, people will find you pretty quick, and like I think that's why Auction Pirate is it Mike. That's why he goes on someone else's that does more of them because he can get more views, obviously.
Right.
But I mean, right hashtags, people find you eventually.
Right. Crystal, I was a debt collector for 8 years. I can find you.
Find you. Yeah, I always think it's funny when my buddy's like, he goes, I don't want to have a smartphone. He still has a flip phone. He's smart though. He still has the same package he bought in like 2002. He just never ups it. So he's paying like $40 a month for his package from AT&T.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, but he still got a flip phone. And he's like, I don't want him tracking me. I'm like, dude, you have like a brand new truck with like GPS in it. I don't think they have to. I mean, you're always around. You're never more than 100 yards from that thing. They know where you're at.
It also like tracks you. I mean, who knows? I think everything on your phone tracks you, dude. It's weird. Like I'll be somewhere, right? And then something will pop up on my phone on Google and say, hey, you remember eating here, 6 months ago? And it's got like a picture attached to it. And do you want to try eating here again? I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, it's like I was telling Tommy, I was on Facebook the other day, and it said sponsored by Facebook, and it said the Tommy Bernard Show with their good thumbnail. It's real bright, has their faces on there. I was like, no way. But it made me wonder if they knew that I'm friends with Tommy, and it made me wonder if they're just throwing it out to his friends so he sees it,
right?
Or they know that I'm be more likely to see it too.
Right.
I'd be more likely to watch it too. So I thought that was pretty cool.
And what's also creepy too, man, you can be talking about something, right? Like say, hey, I want to, I'm thinking about buying a truck. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden you go to Google and boom, truck's popping up for sale. You're like,
it happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
My buddy talks about Jeeps. Jeeps come up on there.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I've seen my own listings though. There was one time I saw on Facebook Patrick Mahomes autograph that I had listed.
Oh wow.
So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah. Later, Lobster. Good seeing you, bro.
Yeah, thanks, Lobster. I love your lives too. Invite some people on. My space is back.
Yeah, you see what Jesse said? Said 80% of people posting on Facebook is fake, trying to make their lives look better than they really are.
I can't disagree. And the people I know usually on there, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's usually people older than me trying to prove. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to say to that.
There's live auctions on YouTube too, right? On Facebook?
Yeah, I think so. But I think Tommy knows more than I do about it. But I think they're Facebook's trying to get rid of lives, and they're promoting lives on YouTube now. YouTube's actually,
wow,
dude. That's why you need to keep going with what you're doing because you got a leg up. Tommy and them, it got a leg up. Tommy and Tracy, because they're already doing it.
I think at some point, man,
they have to. It's more fun. It's more engaging.
Yeah, I think at some point though, these auctions might come to an end, man. I think there's going to be, a lot more regulations involved. A lot of taxes are going to have to get involved. They're going to.
That's the thing I worry about is the state sales tax. They might help with you on.
What's going to really for the auction community is people that are selling junk at these auctions and burning people and not sending in their shit. They're the people that are going to go and make it a problem. You know what I mean? And they're going to ruin it for all the other great sellers, all the great other auctions that make, a living off of it and actually sell good stuff and deliver. You know what I mean?
I know. I've had that happen to me. I had someone refund my money because I don't think he got as much as he wanted to. And he said, I must have paid someone else. I'm like, no. If I would have paid someone else, they wouldn't have refunded my money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm
I've
like,
been burned, dude, by so many people on these auctions, dude. I've spent thousands of dollars, dude, on buying stuff. I couldn't even tell you the stories I got, man. But you
yep,
know what? I don't share it. I keep it to myself. I learn from it.
right.
And
And,
go back.
another thing that I have noticed, even some good ones, when it is media mail, but they ship it media mail when they could have shipped it priority, and it takes like 3 weeks to get to you, and it's
Right.
beat up, and I'm like, dude, I would have given you another $10 if you just would have sent it priority. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? I think so. Give me an option. Give me
Right.
an option on that. If
Yeah.
I'd rather give you an extra little bit to get my stuff because I'm buying it because I want to either
Right.
keep it for a collection or I want to sell it.
Yeah. And then the thing that pisses me off too, man, that I don't like, and I know they're burning people, is that when you buy something for $25, right, sold, and then you get a bill that's like $49 because the shipping's 25. Like, what are you shipping me, dude?
I
I only
know.
bought a box that was this big.
I know. I've seen a couple of times where I've been.
And then you hit them up, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, that was a mistake." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that was somebody else's.
somebody's like, "Come on," you know what I mean?
That's why I still go to Storage Auction Pirates. You know, I get my stuff, I get it quick. You know, some of
Yeah.
that stuff I want to resell. If I don't get it for 2 weeks, I can't put it up on eBay for 2 weeks, and then it takes 2 weeks to sell.
Yeah.
My money's kind of just tied up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mr. Buys a lot. He does Facebook Lives and sells on there, and he's got a pretty good following when I'm in there. He usually he's got good stuff, but he had a bunch of old posters from like U2 and good stuff like Misfits and stuff that's rare, and the fans of Misfits are freaking nuts. He had some Black Sabbath, he always buys really cool vintage stuff.
Yeah.
So I've never been able to buy on there because there's a lot of people that are on there and they know it's worth money better than I do even.
Yeah.
But he's a good one to, you know, if you want to source off someone good, he's a great one to source off. Too bad he's in Pittsburgh.
Nah, Jesse, you got good stuff, man. I bought a mystery box off Clear Thrifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was $100, and I already sold probably less than half, and I already got double my money back. You know
That's
what I mean?
awesome.
So,
Yeah. I got a mystery box, and it's been probably 6 months ago from a guy, and I know most people, you know, feel probably different ways about him, but Pat D's, and it was like $30 shipped to me. It was like, all right, we'll see how it goes. And there was like a inbox, what do you call it? Pioneer Woman, and it was like a cool knife set, and it went for like $25. And then he had a thermometer that was like a digital thermometer, and it just happened to be I listed it right around April whenever people were looking for a thermometer, and it sold for like $20.
Oh, wow.
And I think some of the other stuff I got in there, it ended up being like $60. So it was a good deal since it, you know, shipping was, you know, so it was like a 25. It's like I paid $24 for the items, you know.
Yeah, you can't beat that, man.
And then like my flea market booth, I can sell movies for $1.95 real quick, DVDs, and some of them if they're good, $2.95, and and Blu-rays like $4.95.
Yeah.
And Adam Record Crate, he'll sell me 60 DVDs for $27 shipped, and so I'll buy those from him. And he had some good ones in that lot. He bought out somebody years ago, and he said he has like 6,000 of them. So he's making money, getting rid of it, having room, getting some capital back. So, you know,
Yeah,
that's what I like about, you know, and he's got 3 record stores, and he's hurting because people want to touch their record and feel them, and it's like a whole thing for him, you know. And
yeah. But records are hot right now, man. They really are. I felt
even
like
hotter.
Yeah.
Because people are home.
Yeah. Yeah, records are definitely hot.
How is Tom doing? I know he said he's feeling better, but
Yeah, he's doing better, man. Still not obviously 100%, but he's getting better, man. You know,
yeah,
right up his way, and Tom's a solid dude, man. I don't, you guys might not know him well, but that dude's a really good dude, man. Loyal, good friend. So yeah, he's doing better.
I don't know if I told you, but he accidentally made a mistake. He sent me which he's in the auction. He said there were 75. Ended up being like 90 or 95 LPs, and he sent me accidentally synced the wrong ones. And he said keep them, don't worry about it, and sent me the right ones too. So I ended up getting almost 90 more for the price that I paid, and it was
Cool.
they were all awesome because like I was talking to Adam Record Crate. He said the sleeves alone, if you have the original sleeves, those 45s, they sell for $1 a piece all day, especially Madonna, Prince, Elvis. I had all three of those, like 20 a piece of them. And I'd look at them and they're just, I mean, they're so shiny. It looks brand new. I don't even want to play them. It kind of scares me to play them, you know?
Have you listed any of them or?
I'm still deciding on which ones to get rid of.
Yeah.
But, they'll go quick in my antique booths. They go fast.
Yeah.
So I don't have to worry about that.
On eBay or?
I'm going to, but I honestly, I want to kind of keep them in case I do start doing auctions. I'm going to start. That'll be one that goes quick, and I have a bunch of duplicates, and I think they'll go well. And so I'm kind of keeping them for that reason too, and just kind of waiting them out because eventually I want to do some auctions. Which I've talked to some people. I just need to talk to a tax accountant to make sure that I'm not going to get completely screwed on sales tax, but I don't think so. eBay just started doing theirs freaking last year.
Right. I mean, a lot of it's, as long as you're claiming what you're getting in PayPal and,
Yeah. And then all I can think about is like, if that's a big deal.
You're supposed to report every single dollar that comes into that thing. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people say like, hey, they don't 1099 you or whatever. If it's over 20 grand, they don't report. But
yeah,
I think regardless, they report, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd report it, but I just don't know about like, selling the goods and services and then having like, the sales tax for the county, and I don't know how, probably not gonna. They don't have as many people coming after you for something like that, but just kind of, it's just something to think about. But I bet it. I just don't. I think it's state sales tax. But anyway,
yeah.
If you're just worried about it, you can just run an auction off of someone that's in Florida or Texas where they don't have. No, they still have a sales tax. It's just low. You just go to a place that's lower.
The goods are coming out of your state. You know what I mean?
So. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think anybody else worries about it. If What the Hales doesn't worry about it, it's probably not that big a deal because they're pretty strict about. They know their stuff when it comes to law.
Right.
But I don't like to do something just because someone else does it. That's how you get in trouble. But I don't think it should be a big deal. I honestly don't.
I think if anything, if it becomes a problem, it'll be a warning like, hey, you need to start doing this or start collecting this and start charging people sales tax, but who knows?
Like I've talked to a guy that says it's like $50 to have a license here in the state, but you don't really have to have a license either. So that's only to do it for like in another place. I don't know. But yeah, I want to try it because it's just always been something I've always, when I was a kid, my dad would take us to auctions and stuff out in the country because it'd be a state someone died or is moving, and it was always a lot of fun.
You should do it, man. I'll help support you if you ever decide to,
I know you would. And well, you're smart by just telling, like how to promote it for, you promote yours for at least 4 or 5 days, if not a week.
I try to do a full week, sometimes I lag and I'm 4 or 5 days ahead of time. I'll make the StreamYard,
Yep.
And, throughout those 4 or 5 days, I try to promote it wherever I go, People ask, hey, when's your next auction? Once you start doing one, you make people happy. They keep asking you, like, hey, when's your next one? When's your next one? The key is, man, just bring in good stuff. Bring stuff that, like, you would want to buy,
Right. Exactly. That's how I think of it. Yeah. There's too many of these guys are selling, like, one thing, 2 things. And if you're not reseller lots, you're not going to keep people coming back.
Right.
You're going to come in once.
I'm not going to try, bring something that I couldn't make money on, and now is it my fault because, say for instance, this thing is, say this glue here, right? I started at $1 and it ends up selling for 50, but you can go on eBay and buy it for 20. You know, it's not my fault that that thing went for 50. Yeah, I'm happy for it, you know,
Yeah.
that it went for 50, but I think some people look at it different, like, God, you know, selling stuff for so expensive. It's an auction. You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't have control of it. You start it really low, and wherever it goes, you know, it's that this glue gun's interest to somebody else. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
So
And you know, and I think the reason why auctions got so popular is because Goodwill's gotten ridiculous for us here. They price everything like an estate sale.
I know.
And estate sales are only good to go to around here on Sundays when it's half off or 75% off.
Right, but sometimes by then stuff's already gone.
Yeah. And so for us, it's almost, and garage sales have been so hit and miss. There's a lot more garbage this year than there was good stuff for the ones I've went to. So it's almost better to go on these auctions because at least I can get some work done around here, list some things while I might be able to get some stuff to source.
Yeah. Like for garage sales here for us, man, it's because it's such a year-round thing, and anybody can have a garage sale any weekend.
Yeah.
You're not rolling up to like these sweet garage sales where it's like, whoa, I'm going to start stacking some stuff. You know what I mean? It's kind of, you got to cruise around and just hope for that person to bring out some cool stuff, you know?
Right.
Then I always ask people, like, hey, if I see a game out there, hey, you got any more of these, you know, you want to sell? And sometimes they go inside, pull out more. Or,
Yeah.
I mean,
I find that a lot with records and games. They don't bring them out. They're like, you want to buy them? I'm like, yeah, maybe. You know, what you got?
Yeah.
Surprising. They bring out kids' clothes from little bitty kids and stuff. And I'm like, people buy that crap?
I love it, man.
But those do. You notice that at garage sales. It seems like all the, they're buy from Brian in a private bulk. He's Mr. Buys a lot. He's a really nice guy. He just has a lot of cash on hand, so he gets better deals because he can deal 5 to 10,000 just like Pop, and he knows that he can just turn around and sell it for 20 in 3 days and not have to do much with it. He should just plop all the time. Smart. Yeah. Just get to where you have enough liquid assets to be able to take chances on stuff that you know is going to sell.
Yeah, Jesse's right when he said, you know, most are buying high and trying to make more money selling the same platform. You know, a lot of people don't know the value of something, so they're just going high on it. And when they get it, they're realizing like, oh crap, I lost money on this deal. You know,
and there's a lot of those guys that they know they're on eBay selling. So if you're getting in an auction on YouTube, most likely if it's really great, they would have probably sold it. But when it is good, something like you had that watch, you could have made more money, and you said it, and you're honest about it. And some of these guys, you could tell it's like you would have sold it if it's that great, you know. And so that's what I like about your auction too.
For me, dude, I work full time. I got a family of 5. You know what I mean? And for me to sit down and list on eBay, I mean, I got some stuff listed, but to be honest, dude, I haven't listed in like 5 months.
Yeah.
Not one thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so if I can just give it to you all and you guys can list it and I can sell it all in one day, why not? Right?
Right.
Yeah, I won't make as much as eBay, but after the shipping, the fees, and what am I going to make? An extra $40-$50 on the deal? You know what I mean? I'd rather just pass it on and move and keep bringing more stuff, you know?
I agree. I understand. eBay doesn't get good until you have like quite a few listings, and then if you're shipping out every day, then you can sell a $10 item and not feel so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have some good stuff you're selling, it's not worth printing out the labels and taking it to the post office hardly, you know. So I get that too.
Yeah. Well, Crystal said she started buying from auctions because everything shut down. Our bins still closed, you know, like that's where it all started with these auctions. When everything shut down, nobody had a place to source. So the auctions started becoming a high commodity, you know what I mean? And I mean, I'm a victim of that as well. I bought a ton, you know?
Yep. Yeah, I bought probably a little too much, but it's been good for my flea market booth. Like I've got enough I've got 3 flea market booths to stock worth of shit. I mean, it's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, I've sold almost all my gaming stuff though. The game stuff just goes so fast. I mean, I can't even believe it. I need to list more. I made a mistake not listing more of my we get controllers and stuff on their own. I should have listed more of those when they were like 20, 25 bucks a piece. They're probably not near that now, but
Yeah.
I've still got some of that stuff, which would be good for lots, selling a bunch of, and that's one thing, thrift trader auctions. One thing I like to buy on his, he'll have like a whole gaming lot of stuff, and just he'll be like, I haven't tested it, nothing. I don't even know what's in here. You guys figure it out. I bought one, and one thing didn't work. It was a PlayStation Slim. I was hoping PlayStation 2 Slim, but then he had a Wii remote that was a Toad, and it sold for $40. So I ended up making like half the money back on just the Toad. So
cool.
It's gonna work out fine. But that's one of the things I end up buying the same things at the same places, like you probably.
I just think if you're honest with people and say, hey, I haven't tested it, so buyer beware. I think it's cool. But if you're coming on an auction and you're saying, yeah, everything works great, here it is, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And people get it and it doesn't work, you're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's like when I see like Vera Bradley and people, there's so many fakes out there. I wouldn't even want to sell that stuff. I just feel like you just have to say it's probably a fake. I just don't know.
Sure. Like I went to an estate sale on Friday up in Orange County area, and they had like 18 Gucci watches laid out on this table. And so I picked up a couple, and you could tell the weight, they're not real. They have a made in China sticker in the back. Come on, dude. Gucci's not gonna have a made in China sticker in the back of the watch.
That's
I'm like,
funny.
hey, are these authenticated? And she's like, well, I think they are. Like I don't know for sure, but I think they are.
Guy I bought it from said so.
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's my favorite thing about Craigslist Hunter is all the guys coming in there trying to prove that their stuff is really what it is. He's like, dude, this is what I do for a living. It's always funny. Like they always think they're going to get one over on. I had someone trying to claim that I didn't. They had a package that didn't arrive. I'm like, man, I sent that like 2 weeks ago. It had to be there.
Right.
And I looked up, and it was 7 days it had been there, and they'd already picked it up. And I sent them the tracking number, sent them a message. I'm like, it says you picked it up 7 days ago. It got picked up, and they never returned. It's almost like they didn't know that there was such thing as the tracked. You know what I mean? They like didn't know. They were just hoping to get their money back, and they didn't want to spend it probably.
Yeah, tracking's key, man.
Yeah, it's one thing I like about eBay is it takes away some of that. If you're just strictly, I see that when I buy from some of my auctions. Like you can tell they've had so many problems with people not paying, putting out a claim on PayPal that they didn't get it when they got it, and all that stuff. And I can understand why Locker Nuts want to have memberships, but like for me, I took my membership away. It was only $1 a month, but like we were talking about, when I was getting stuff, it was like he'd have like a bunch of African stuff that was in his lot. He'd have like 10 things, and I'd be like, yeah, get it for $30 or $40. I'd keep one. I remember one was like a giraffe handmade Maranga, and he just doesn't have stuff like that anymore. It's usually like a bunch of jewelry or I don't know. It's just never as good as it used to be. Like kind of like the crazy lamp lady. I've talked about that before. She sells a lot of. She'd always talk about how much money she'd get. I'm like, how the hell? And then I realized she was doing auctions, like hundreds of auctions, and it was just all of her hundreds of thousands of subscribers just trying to get something from the crazy lamp lady. I'm like, oh.
And a lot of it's that as well, man. Little as people know, it's the fame, sold to Bluegrass Picker Anthony. Thank you, Anthony. People like that. Wow, I bought something,
True. And I've noticed too that I worry about, and I'm sure Tommy's thought about this, like they have their friend that comes in there and bids stuff up for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it's never really proven.
I've never really seen it, but I always look for stuff like that where they always bid but never get anything. Because I've noticed that in my Facebook group that I told you I got card breaks on. There was one guy that always gets in there before everybody else. And whenever they'll do some like minis where they'll give you a chance to win at like 4 different teams that no one's buying. So they'll try to make it cheaper, and so you can spend $10, maybe get a cheap team. And that guy always gets first pick, you know, and he always gets the one that pays good money, you know. And I stopped kind of doing that because his randoms didn't seem very random. And so I just kind of watched for that over time. You're like, you see it over and over again. You're like, yeah. So I stopped even playing the mini game with in his group. But yeah, I worry about that sometimes. But it's like, you know, if it wasn't for Connie Johnson, I'd be getting a lot of records. But she knows her music. I mean, when you're a musician, she knew. I mean, there was one. I knew that one. Beach record from the 60s. It was like a private label, private press. That thing probably goes for $300. Easy. Easy. It's just like, I'm Connie, and I knew I would have kept going. She would have got higher and higher and higher.
Oh yeah, she knows her music, man. She knows what
she does.
Resells a lot of that. You know what I mean?
And when you got an eye for it, you just know. And
you know, for a lady like that, right? If these records are not any good or if they're not worth anything, she's not going to come back every time you have an auction and buy almost every record lot from Tom.
Yeah.
You know what
I mean, and every one of those were deals, but still he made good money, you know.
He did. But he did for a lot of that stuff, you know what I mean?
And I can't help but be happy that one person bought all those records because it's going to make it cheaper on him to ship it.
Right.
You know, I just can't help but think that because I know with the free shipping makes it, you know, and that's another thing that I think you guys need to stress whenever you're doing this free shipping. You got to think about that for us, you know, a little bit.
Yeah.
Cause that, you know, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you guys still do okay, but it's over time that starts adding up, and and that's why a lot of times I'll buy something just on a pure fact that it's $7 or $8 to ship.
Right. Yeah, you got to add that in. And that's why we offer it, man, because we want people to know what they're paying for it. They don't want to get an invoice later where it's like, okay, you bought that for 25 and then you're getting an invoice for 40.
You're building a business. You're not trying to make money right now.
Yeah.
And that's you want repeat customers.
Way to make it, you know?
Yeah, when I was a bartender, it was hard for my managers to mess with me because I had so many people. They knew they couldn't really mess with me. And my bar was full all the time. And they just wanted to hang out with me. And the rest of the bar tables would be empty. And it was just because I wanted them to come back the next time. I was remembering tomorrow. And so I didn't even care if they didn't tip me. I would give them, and I knew that like the managers had $100 a night to give out in free food. So I would get one of my customers to get some free food and you give them free food once, you know, and you guys, I love that. You give chances to win things. I know why you do it. You guys do a scratch offs. I'm not a big fan of scratch offs, but people do. People love them because there's people that want to be a reseller, but they don't have the money for it. But they watch and they're the ones sharing out more than anybody too, and they want people to watch. And so
next time you're in an auction, man, there could be 300-400 people in the room, right? But there's only 10 people bidding and buying stuff. That's it.
Yep.
It's very small. You get a lot of people that just want to see the entertainment and talk.
I agree.
Chat, and you know, it's always
you guys
buyers, you know.
You guys don't really have to do it, but I've seen a lot of people say like, "What do you guys want to see?" That blah 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 blah. I mean, you guys pretty much hit everybody. You never really have people pass on your stuff.
No,
that's why I think
a couple things that passed, but you know, overall, you know, we try to bring lots that you know people want to buy. You know,
right. What got passed on? I haven't seen much.
It was something for me. It was like these little like doll furniture, and they're made out of pewter. A set of like 5 of them, I think. They're really cool, really nice. You know, they sold them
I remember those
for like $60, and I started at $20. You know, but nobody wanted it, so I passed, no problem. You know what I mean? And then brought them back to the next auction, and they end up selling for I think $60. You know,
it's just the people that are in there.
Yeah, all pleasures in there. You know,
that's cool.
Yeah, right, Jesse. Gary, not trying to make money. My wallet disagrees with that. Yeah, Jesse's just a big supporter, man. He's always buying a ton off me. Appreciate it.
I've seen him in there a lot. Music 55 and Mo Isaacs, I see them in there buying stuff a lot.
Oh, Isaacs does auctions now.
Yep, I've seen that.
On Saturday sometimes later in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I plan on doing some sometime. But
you should, man. Get on the train, dude. Don't wait till it's too late, you know?
yeah, I'm just kind of finishing up my season with mowing. Once the leaves are down and I kind of get them mowed up and done,
Yeah.
I'll be doing a lot of YouTube this winter.
And just start it small, man. Just bring a couple little one-offs, you know, and just sell 15 lots, you know. That way you get the hang of it, like shipping, because it takes time to ship everything, man. And I like to pack things to where they're going to go through the gutter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you ever watched Zahir Malik from UK?
I haven't, man. I know that name because I've seen him in Tommy and Tracy's show.
Yeah.
But I've never watched him.
Well, he's opening up a new store, and I just like seeing Europe and UK, and like, because I was over there in Germany and Italy, and it's fun to go shopping in those kind of places. But he has like this little toy shop he's opening. I thought you would kind of enjoy it because you kind of know that I don't know about new toys and stuff, and he's got a lot of knowledge with that stuff. He's a huge seller on eBay over there. He knows his stuff. He's someone good to follow, and he's fun. Him and his wife are fun.
Yeah, I'll check them out.
They're just fun. Yeah.
Like I said, I've seen the name around a lot.
Yeah.
I never really checked out his channel.
Yeah.
So what you got going on for the day?
Oh, not much. I took the day off from mowing. It rained this morning, so I'm chilling. So I'm gonna do it tomorrow. And I was just gonna play some guitar and not do much of anything. I usually am moving so fast. I need to not sometimes, and it's hard for me.
Right.
Well, where did you get that?
I'm gonna let you go, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks for joining.
On, dude. Good talking with you. We'll catch up again, man, and shoot me an email.
Yep, I will.
We'll be in touch. All right, guys.
Later.
Thanks, Anthony.
My wallet is series. Hey, Dave. Well, thanks everybody for joining. I should probably get off here too. It's a lot more interesting with actual conversation going on. But if you haven't joined and subscribe to Gary or Harry Homestone, please do. Westside Gary and Harry Homestone. They both have fun lives, and I'm trying to talk Harry into doing some auctions. Maybe we'll do some auctions together. He's thinking about it, but we'll see. It should be fairly easy, as much crap as I have laying around here. Yeah. Well, thanks, everybody. Appreciate y'all. Grind on, my friends.